recording. Hi, welcome to another episode of Critical Misconduct, where all of us crazies already started without starting the stream. You know, it's what we do best. You know. So, I gotta thank Foundry VTT for all our stuff, Travis Savoy and Monumental Music for all the music, our music needs, D&D Beyond for our for a lot of our character creation, etc., etc. I know I have to ask again, but I have to ask again, Reagan, what happened? I'm so sorry.
Okay. Look, Yarn is hanging out with Rondai. So last time we started with Irina stuck in the castle with Strahd after he spirited her away. He was very not nice and bit her, which is gross. Cut to Team Clown Shoes is with the Yesterhill party. We've successfully found 2 of the gems that the Raven winemakers need, vintners, if you will. So we still need to find the 3rd one, and they think that maybe the hag in the woods with the, treehouse might have it. But we decided we need to go check back in with the circus. Circus is not looking great. The magical protection is down. It looks closed. So we're concerned immediately going into it, and we find people have been sort of possessed and taken over, and we are directed to the food hall where Strahd is there with a large banquet table inviting us to sit down. So he's bringing the party to us. Leslie subtle spelled calm emotions, and that caused Lothar to snap out of it and try to attack Strahd, and that led to a big fight, and Strahd tried to kill everybody, and then we tried to fight back, but he basically did a time warp on us and reset everything, and so now we are back at the beginning. No one is dead, and we're gonna try to have another dinner party. And no one's gonna die this time, maybe. Hopefully. Right? Aaron? Right?
It's really up to you
Aaron?
guys. So, at the dinner table, he stands, looks to you all, and he says, "Now that we have it out of our system, how about you take a seat?"
I'm gonna wait for Rondai. Where's the table?
I don't have it up right now. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Where's Irina sitting?
To the right, his right, your left of Strahd.
Okay. Rondai is, Rondai is going to... Sir? Sorry.
He's under attack!
Yeah. Claws on my shirt. He's going to sort of slowly walk over. And I'm assuming, is it like a bench? Is it a seat?
It's just a seat.
Stool?
Yeah, it's not a festival seat. It's actually a very nice seat. It's like...
Oh, okay. Yeah, Strahd. So he just kind of like pulls the seat out and he Rikers it. And sorry for those of you who don't know, the Riker maneuver is you step over the back of the chair with one leg and then sit down. And I just imagine that's how he sits down on most size chairs. But he's looking at Strahd and Irina, and note he still very much has the spear in his hand, so he sits down and he's sort of leaning on it, and he just kind of looks at Strahd in a way that he hopes makes it clear that the strategy hasn't changed if things go south. That he sat where he sat for a very specific reason.
Which is next to Irina?
Mm-hmm.
Or on the other... Okay. I'm gonna sit on the opposite side of the table from you. Like, across the table from you. And I'm also gonna go.
He can't because there's a couple people on the other side of her and him. So, like, he's right next to Irina, but the rest of the table on that other side... It has a couple people.
Are the people he has control over?
Yes. Like Irina's brother and Lothar. As well as Periwinkle and a couple others.
Do we remember what we hit the fight that we had?
Oh yeah. The whole point was
okay, I'm gonna sit next to Troitus.
Are they still, like, are they, is Team Trauma still mesmerized or whatever, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Here. Just to make yourselves feel a little bit... That's not who I wanted to delete. I wanted to delete the wolf. Damn it.
I was thinking all since we played last, I've been trying to think of a name for him. Or her, or it.
Wolfie?
So, this is actually the seating. If you guys see it.
Okay.
So she's sitting next to her brother.
I still want to sit next to Troitus.
Alright.
Why can't I pick it up and move?
Oh, here. Now do it.
Okay.
Because it was set to pause.
Paused.
So, seeing the way that people are sitting there, Brandon, you see that, like, her brother sitting next to her? What did you want to do there?
Alright, change of plans then. He's gonna drag a chair right here, next to Strahd.
That's so rude! That's very bad etiquette.
And just kind of sit facing him.
He seems uninterested and uncaring that you've done this.
That's the reaction he was hoping for, so.
Alright, come sit by me.
He just kind of sits down and says, I'm a little more interested in what you have to say than a meal.
All in good time. All in good time. Please, the rest of you, please take a seat.
I can't hear you over the music, Aaron. It's very loud.
I can turn it down.
Yarn, come sit by me.
Is that better?
Oh, it's fine. I can actually adjust it on my
Ah.
wheel. I forgot that the that my headphone program picks this up as a separate program. So
Yeah, you have the same thing I have.
yeah.
Where the chat is separate from the computer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but it doesn't always do it for the in-game for like browser window stuff. Sometimes it'll confuse the two.
All right. Let's take a seat right here. He goes, good. I'm glad we could all be civil for this evening. As you know, I ruled this land. And I don't suffer fools lightly. We're all smart. And I'd much rather be breaking bread with friends than shedding blood.
I'm pretty sure friends don't drink each other's blood, but okay.
He smirks. You see a glint, like, as he kind of almost smiles, and you see a glint of his teeth just slightly. Everyone's got to eat, my dear. Everyone's got to eat. No. And as he goes on, he starts talking about, like, the land and who he is, and that's not what's important.
So the classic villain monologue situation.
What is important is the voice in your head, not matching what he's saying. He looks to you all, and you hear a voice in your head. We'll start with you, Derek.
Quellen or Atticus right now?
Atticus. That's what
Okay.
you came in as.
Yeah.
I see you've been in the land quite a bit. Been tortured by lesser foes. You're missing a limb, are we not?
That's because of you.
Oh, my dear boy, it wasn't because of me. Some creatures I don't have control over. But I tell you what, if you stand aside, continue just being part of the circus and come and go as you wish, let's say I can bring back your limb. Now you don't have to answer. I'll know by way your actions. In front of you, you see a bottle of white and a bottle of red. A bottle of white means no, you've not taken my preposition. Bottle of red is yes. Whichever bottle you choose, it's no consequence to me.
Well, do you need a hand with something, or why do I even need to choose in the first place? Can I just say no?
He then goes, to Yeet, and you hear a voice in your head go, "Hello, little one. How are you this evening? Listen, I know you don't want your friends to be hurt any longer. This land is not a safe place for them. And I tell you what, you and your brother can go freely with your circus and leave this place. You just have to stop what you're doing. Stop meddling. Now, you don't have to answer to me. You don't have to answer at all. But, not at this second anyways. I will make the choice clear. You say if you agree to my terms, your circus can leave freely. I will know your answer by your choice. The bottle of white is a yes. The bottle of red is a no.
Everyone gets to leave, including Irina?
She is not part of the circus and not part of your group. He leaves you and he goes, "Yarn, my dear boy. You're an interesting fellow. Not many I see like you. Yes. Well, here's what I can promise you. You leave with the circus. You won't have to pay for a day in your life. I'll make sure you're well taken care of. Nothing to worry about, nothing to care for. I have certain abilities that could give you continuous and bountiful amounts of wealth. Don't have to answer me, but make a choice. Bottle of red is a yes. Bottle of white is a no.
Out of curiosity, do you have nip? I'm just curious.
You don't hear anything else. And finally, he turns to you, but it's like as if his head doesn't turn, but it does, and he's staring right at you. He goes, "You're impressive, my boy. Impressive. But why do you care about the woes of my land? You could just leave. I tell you what. You stop in your meddling and just go. I'll make sure your brother and you will go scot-free. Bottle of white, you take, it means a yes. Bottle of red is a no."
You see, unlike the rest of these here, I'm old enough to know about the pact. I don't know what it is. They never told me, but I know I don't just get to leave. So what's the terms? What are you gonna give me so that I don't bury this spear in her chest and take away the one thing you want?
And suddenly it's like a change in tone, just, and it's back to, "Well, my friends, I had a wonderful evening. I'm sure you'll enjoy your drinks. Please, partake.
And Rondai just leans forward and says, "You didn't answer my question," and holds the spear up.
And I don't need to answer. Anyways, please, if you have anything else to discuss, please feel free. Your choice is yours. I have given you choices. Please, make them.
No. You make yours. Her or us.
He sits back and watches everyone.
And Rondai just smiles and says, "I know I can't hurt you, but you can't stop me from hurting her before I die. So make your choice. Us or her."
You hurt her, and it starts all over again.
Rondai just laughs and says, "What worse fate you got? I'll rob you of your joy and do it all over again." Me, I like shedding blood. Changed my mind.
As he's talking, has anybody made a choice on the bottle?
Oh, I was gonna raise my hand and ask if. So is this a bottle of yes and a bottle of yes or a bottle of no and a bottle of no? We just watched your friends die. How am I supposed to trust that what I say is not going to just be what you want?
Yeah, see? This one's not so dumb neither. What's your choice, vamp boy?
I'm gonna turn to Yarn and say, what are you gonna do?
Drink the red. He didn't even offer me nip.
Oh, that's crazy. Wait, so red is to... Yeah, you're gonna do it? So we get to leave and stay a family?
I thought red was no.
No, red is yes.
But I swear he told me the red was no.
No, red is yes, and if you're gonna drink the red, I'm gonna drink the red too, probably. Because we want to leave.
Well, what if he is trying to trick us?
Oh, do you think it's the opposite? Do you think he said a thing and then it's the opposite?
Is it opposite day?
Maybe? I don't know what's going on around here. Everything is all sideways, and everything is restarting all over again. So I would really like to just get the heck out of here.
For once, Rondai is not paying attention. Like, this is all happening for once. He's not clarifying, paying attention at all. He's just
Well, they're whispering
laser
to each
on
other.
it.
Listen
Yeah,
to
like,
each other down here.
What's interesting
Right.
is that you figured it out exactly. You guys are actually being a team talking outwardly. I gave you guys different bottles of wine per yes and no.
Well, I know that, but it's just funny that
Yeah.
that our characters keep.
But your characters don't know that.
Yeah, we role played it. Yeah.
But you role-played it in the sense that you could have kept quiet and just picked a bottle and then confused all of each other because you would have thought someone was going to betray you guys. You know? Who's going to betray somebody in this group? But instead, you guys are talking it out like the Three Stooges.
Well, the funny thing though too is it's just the two of us. Like I can't imagine anybody else can
No.
overhear what we're talking about. So it's just them having this silly conversation.
I wasn't even gonna drink wine at all because I don't even like wine. So I don't really. This doesn't feel like a good choice at all.
Okay, we drink neither.
Okay.
Okay.
You see there's an
I would-
audible, like, sigh at the end of the table. Like this is the first time he's ever experienced something like this. It is absolutely asinine. Like,
I'm gonna raise my hand.
he looks to you.
Could I get a hot chocolate? Please?
Rondice just starts chuckling, but it's not a happy laugh. It's very much a gallows laugh. It's very much a, how do I put this? It's the laugh of, the old sergeant right before he goes over the trench wall at some dumb thing that the private just did, trying to go over the trench wall himself. Like,
I'm gonna reach into my pocket and pull out a little bag and put it underneath a napkin and just pass it really slowly to Yarn. It's gonna be a bag of catnip.
You have a bag of catnip.
Yeah, probably.
Why would you have a bag of catnip?
Well, I mean, like weeds and stuff for its collection of spells and stuff.
You're a sorcerer.
Catnip like a weed?
You're not a
Technically, it's in the mint family.
mint.
I mean, I'd say it's up to Aaron whether or not you have it. You have catnip, and if you do, then I'll react. But Aaron, you
I thought I had to collect stuff for stuff.
I want you to
Give him-
roll.
Oh, maybe that's
Real.
Cullen.
Yeah, if you have it on your person, I'm going to give you a 50-50 shot. Roll a d10.
Oh my god, I can't wait for this.
Alright, I'm trying to get back to my dice.
Is it like an evens the odds, or is it just a high number?
I'll tell you.
Where's my dice?
High number, right? For catnip? Hmm? Get it because drugs?
Sorry, I can't find my dice on.
By the to the right of the on the actual chat function, there's dice right there.
Okay, there we go. I was just completely overlooking it.
Okay.
No.
2. Yeah, you don't have any catnip. You have no catnip. Sorry to say.
D&D in a nutshell, roll for catnip.
Oh, I have to put that in the notes.
Who in the group is holding on to the pendant?
What was the pendant again? Because it might be me.
Of the crow people, right?
Not the crow people.
Holy
the morning.
Oh.
Are you talking about the holy symbol?
Yes.
The holy symbol of Ravenkind? Who's got that? It's not I.
I'm trying to think if we gave it to anyone other than me. Because I tend to be the schlepper of things since I have the highest strength. So either no one has it and it's in my backpack, or someone specifically has it.
So
I wonder if Leslie has it.
Leslie does not. I do not see it in his thing.
Okay.
Can you remind us what it did again, Aaron? Just because to try to see if that's something that would have made sense for us to give somebody.
It's attunable by a holy, like a good paladin or priest, I think. I don't think we had anybody that was.
Oh no, because we talked about trying to give it to Quellen when we.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
Oh.
So-
and he, yeah.
What?
So
I'm just going to say that Leslie has it in his person,
Okay.
and as he's talking,
I have Amulet of the Devout.
yeah, that's not it. He is That's in Quellen. Yeah, so as he's sitting there, Leslie feels something warm in his pocket. He pulls it out. And it is hot to the touch. The Amulet of Ravenkind, or this, what is it called? I forget. I always forget what it's called. Sorry.
The holy symbol of Ravenkind.
As it burns, and then he drops it suddenly, and you see he pulls it out, and then also as he pulls it out, the book falls to the ground. The tome. And you see Strahd suddenly look. And he goes, "Where did you get those?" As he is wide-eyed. And it's at that point Leslie picks up the thing and throws it at him. As he does,
book?
No,
The holy symbol?
the holy symbol. He throws the holy symbol at him. He then tons of bats fly through the air, and he's gone. As the book falls, it opens.
Okay, but he didn't say bat when he did that, so that I don't think that.
He turned into a swarm of bats.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the rules of vampires, he has to say bat in order to.
Swarm of bats. Bat.
Bat?
Never can get away with what we do in the shadows. As you see him fly out into the distance, the book falls and it opens. And as it opens, clouds of fog come rolling in. And you hear in everyone's heads, "Then all my disparaging thoughts fell away like dead leaves. She was, without doubt, the most beautiful person I have ever seen." You see yourselves sitting at a table, all of you. It's a dinner table with Strahd, Patrina, Vilkona, Sergei, his brother Sergei, Tatiana, Ilona Dorovanya, and Rahadin. They're all wearing clothing, high nobility clothing, and they're all sitting down and eating and drinking. 3 enormous chandeliers, crystal chandeliers, brilliantly illuminate a magnificent feast hall. Pillars of stone stand against the dull white marble walls, supporting the ceiling. At the center of the far west wall, between floor-to-ceiling mirrors, brass pipes climb the stone-like grapevines. They extend upward from the wooden base of an expansive pipe organ. The grand fireplace set into the southern wall blankets the room in a homey warmth. You're seated in the center of the room at a chestnut refectory table, draped with white satin tablecloth. The table is laden with an assortment of delectable foods: roasted beast basted in savory sauce, roots and herbs from distant lands, and a sweet fruit and fresh vegetables of all sizes and colors. Places are set for each of you and 6 other guests, with delicate porcelain and silver. Set near each plate is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid emanating a delicate, tantalizing fragrance. You suddenly hear, Tatiana, tell me, where's your family from? And she, you see this young woman, very beautiful, very similar and eerily similar to Irina. She looks to him and she goes, well, I come from a well-to-do family, just a garden, like we have a farm not too distant from here, just in town, hardworking, nothing too important. And Strahd goes, how could you say such a thing? A family that created you is something so important. Sergei is sitting next to him, or next to her. And you know that that Tatiana is actually his guest. Please ignore my brother's questions. He's just very interested in new guests. And he always likes beautiful faces. She kind of like turns beet red. And you can kind of tell Tatiana doesn't feel like she's in place there. Like, she's just watching people before she does anything. She always looks to Sergei as he's going to do something. She'll kind of like, am I supposed to? Okay, you know. She's not used to the pomp and circumstance and the proper etiquette at the table. And then you hear Ilona speak in the back. Oh, they've drank in quite a number of drinks ahead of time for dinner. Yes, Strahd, why don't you leave her? Leave the young girl alone. Poking and prodding. As then you see Rahadin like elbow Ilona in the chest to quiet him down. Things kind of go it's back and forth. Strahd paying way too much attention to Tatiana. But then Sergei gets up. He goes, dinner is ending and food. He goes, well, it was good to see you, my brother. But I feel we need to go. Me and Tatiana, I must take her home back to the village. And Strahd goes, please, I insist though, she should stay at the castle. We've got plenty of rooms. It is late. I would hate for something to happen to her. And Tatiana goes, but I have things to do. My family depends on me. It'll be okay.
Girl, get out of there. Sorry.
But as Strahd is insistent in being a good host.
Oh yeah, because he's a nice guy, right?
He is, but just insistent.
You just gotta get to know him a little better. He has a good personality.
She does accept his offer to stay the night at the castle. But, you notice that she stares longly at Sergei. As she does, and you notice Strahd seeing this as his face falls somber. It was as if the sun had favored me. That had favored me had been all along hidden by a cloud. Its brilliant glory now shone in full upon him, and him alone. You see it then go bright white as you see a chapel courtyard. You are whisked away to the castle courtyard where Strahd walks alongside Tatiana in a soft dusk light. He asks her how she finds her new quarters here and all her satisfaction with the amenities of castle life. And she goes, "Everything's wonderful, old one." And Strahd's eyes momentarily grow wide as if a knife had pierced his chest. The sound of a gentle harp strums over the quiet courtyard, and the mists suddenly blind you. Tatiana, back at the court dining hall, she giggles behind you, but you're no longer behind the castle. She sits on a stool in a grandiose paneled music room. Her hair has grown several inches, and her homely vestments have been replaced by a simple but beautiful summer dress. Stunning harp music drifts through the air, and you see Strahd plucking at the instruments, at the strings, entirely at peace and enraptured by Tatiana's joy. Almost frozen in time, the two begin to sing. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with... And then the door suddenly clicks and Sergei enters. She stands, bows to him, and he hurries towards her, hugging her so tightly that she rises from the ground. He spins her around and around the fading room. You notice that when he lifts her up, she's confused. And you're confused because you tend to forget that Sergei has pledged his life to the church. Tatiana continues to spin, and her already stunning dress morphs into a blossoming red gown with a large petticoat. She now dances in a ballroom, the same hall where you sat for dinner, now cleared for a crowd. She whirls to the tune of the now lively pipe organ in a small band. Her outstretched hand clasps with Sergei's as he forms from the mist, and they are entwined, swirling and floating through a crowd of nobles, all doing the same. All but Lord Strahd von Zarovich, who sits starkly below a deathly still portrait of his own likeness. He calls for a toast to the people of Barovia, and his audible guests staring deeply in Tatiana's eyes. He steps forward from his throne and presents Tatiana and Sergei with goblets. make a wisdom perception check for me.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Sorry, say that one more time.
Do a perception check for me.
Jefferson. No, one. Chris.
You see Strahd remove a small vial from his pocket and pour a bubbling pink liquid into Tatiana's drink. Tatiana drinks it, but quickly turns towards Sergei and immediately steals him away for a dance with impassioned fervor. One would think the ritual for casting a love spell or creating a love filter would be more common, but my books were bereft of such things, except for a single short treatise on the subject. The writer's conclusion that love was a force that could not be successfully reproduced by magical methods struck me as being inanely smug. Leslie now knows how to craft a filter of love. And that is the end of this chapter.
Better watch out for Romilda Vane.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to go ahead and take 15 minutes now, because it seems like a good spot to stop. We will be back. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Man, what a night. What have we been going through?
Oh, what a night.
What do you guys want to do now? Everyone's free and clear. He's gone.
Is everyone back in control of themselves?
Yes. You see them suddenly like blink too, and you suddenly see multiple of the circus folks come out running towards you guys.
Well,
I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know what to do.
Sorry, I was thinking of the Skeletor memes, and it made me think of there's one that's next time you eat a chicken, remember it had a family just like you. And that's why you should order a family bucket, no one left behind. Anyway.
If you ever donated blood, the blood could be someone's boner right now.
Oh, that's nice. What a happy thought.
Right?
How
encouraging.
The reason why dogs love squeaky toys is because it sounds like small animals dying.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's probably true.
Bologna is just hot dog pancakes. Until we meet again!
Oh,
That's something you can never unknow. Thanks, Skeletor.
Superheroes keep their identity secret because they don't want to get it sued over property damage.
fair.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, here's the last
We are
one.
out.
The invention
Okay.
of Cialis raised the number of syphilis cases in geriatric facilities by 52% in just 10 years.
Yep. A cold toilet seat is physically uncomfortable. A warm toilet seat is mentally uncomfortable. Until we meet again.
Yeah, but is it a happy toilet or an angry
It's
toilet?
all back to
Exactly.
that again. Anyway.
Why is it warm? Is it warm because it's mad, or is it warm because it warmed itself up for you because it's exciting to see you?
Because it's exciting.
Giggity. Now I got a toilet in my head that is just giggity giggity, alright.
Oh no! Again, that was not the anthropomorphic toilet that I had envisioned. Not even close. I would change my answer now. But that's the situation.
You're muted, Derek, so I know you were talking.
Yeah, the Quagmire toilet is the fuck up from the factory that's both happy and sad at the same time.
Wow. Range.
Range.
Giggity.
Giggity. Alright.
Alright.
We don't know he's
If
super
everyone's
angry.
coming out of it, so we're at the dinner table, I think as soon as Irina comes out of it, she's gonna get up and walk away and try to get just away somewhere.
Yeah, and I imagine Troitus is flipping the fuck out.
Well, you're trying to find your daughter, your daughter and your wife, I'm sure. Troitus, right?
Yeah.
So if he comes to, then Yeet is next to him and is like, I saw you die.
That was really bad. I did not like it, and I'm glad you're not dead anymore.
But he flips out and takes off, you know.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Where's he going?
To find his family.
Okay. Oh God, I don't even. This is crazy.
you see Lothar grabs the sword out of his sheath, unsheaths. He takes a deep breath. And he looks like he's about to start the shield up again, but he just drops it. He can't. He's too exhausted. He goes, I need rest.
Do we just need to, like, pack up and get out of here? I mean, as much as I'm gonna miss out on how much fun we're gonna have at the festival, like, this is bad.
And then you hear all of a sudden Lothar go, we don't turn back on our agreements. The festival is coming in a day. Need to rest. We promised the city of Vallaki that we would do this, and we're gonna do it. If we have no honor and respect, now, I'm going to rest. I suggest you all do the same, but set up watches. I'll be up early to set the wards. Until then, I need you to keep watch. As he walks off to his tent.
Did we go tell the innkeeper guy about the wine situation?
You have not. You got back here.
And it was bad.
Yeah.
Should we go do that?
And I'm gonna move you guys back to this area just to be nice. Make you guys feel like you're at home.
Wonderful.
It is your guys' home in the circus. The many little tents and campfire. Couple campfires.
Oh, that's cool.
Do we have to stay here?
No, I was just
Now?
giving you guys.
Like, are we-
I'm just giving you some place to stay for right now. We discuss things out what
Okay.
you want to do. So, the rest of the group decides you can. The circus themselves are going to take watches
Mm-hmm.
while Lothar is sleeping since he does not have the energy to build the barrier at this time.
You hear me all right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, my internet keeps on swinging, so if I dump, I'll be back on.
Okay.
I think we should go talk to Erwin and tell him about our trip to the winery and what we found out and what, like,
Okay.
because he's also a Ravenkind person.
You would also think that the ravens are all talking to each other, that they would come across.
Oh, okay.
At this
Okay.
point, since the problems have subsided a little bit, some of the things could start moving again. So, like, some wine can start moving again, things like that.
Okay.
So, what wine was left in the building and what they can do to go out to figure out certain things they can do.
Okay.
Just a friendly reminder what you guys have left to do. You go out to the ruins. You also have the mansion to go to that has what's the Silver Dragon Knights or whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm.
The Knights of the Silver Dragon.
Yes. And then Kresk to get Irina to Kresk. Plus, what you have left at Vallaki to do, like the circus in Vallaki. What do you guys want to do?
What are the ruins?
The Baba Yaga.
Oh,
What, by the way, happened to the holy symbol of Ravenkind?
It's there. I mean, I think
Okay.
Leslie would have picked it back up.
You picked it back up. Okay, good.
And I leave this to you guys. You can continue your story to where you want to go. There's a lot of paths you can take here.
And when is the festival?
It's going to be tomorrow it starts.
Oh. So we probably can't really do anything
The other group can go.
tonight.
Yeah, but the other group, let's say you guys have to work with the stuff that's going on in Vallaki, so the circus folks have to stay put. But like
Team Trauma can go.
can go to whatever you guys choose, like Kresk, or Team Trauma could go to Kresk, or they could go to, you know, wherever they want to go.
Oh, that makes sense. I think. I mean, I don't know about Ismark, but I think Irina
Yeah.
is
Yeah, if
like ready to get away as soon as possible.
Yeah, and I think if there was a team that was gonna escort Arena, I think it would be Team Trauma, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
So, is that the game plan? Is that Team Clown Shoes is going to stick around in town for a little bit? Do their part in the circus? While the rest of the group starts heading to Kresk?
Mm-hmm. That makes sense to me.
Okay. So,
Is the Silver Dragon Knights, is that on the way at all, or where is that in relation to everything else?
I will move you guys to the map. How's that sound?
It is. We're camped outside Vallaki right now, right?
Yes, you're outside
Mhm.
Vallaki.
Yeah, it's not far from Vallaki, I think. Okay, yeah, I think we got to backtrack looking at that map. Because
So,
isn't it, or no, maybe that's it there. Is that it? Where you have your mouse cursor?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I
It's
will
still
make it so
loading
to
for me.
show players. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to see. Damn it! Just close that, please. I didn't want to
Okay.
show that.
Oh yeah, right. Because the ruins of Berez are right down there too. Yep.
Well, and who was it that saw the? It was Clown Shoes that saw the knight. Argynvost Holt.
Is it Argynvost or Argynvolt?
I wrote down Argynvost Holt. Whether that's correct or not, who could ever say?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Here's what I'll do: is I will unhide the name of Argynvost Holt,
Don't touch POI teleport.
and you should see that now. Is over here. Come on. Why can't I ping? Oh, I have to hold. Over here?
Ah, okay. Wait, is Argynvost Holt? That's the place name.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not on the way, but
Uh huh.
It's the same direction, sort of.
not really.
Well, you travel the road. You still have to go that direction, right? You still have to take the road to the west.
Yeah,
But then you
but
turn
you're gonna
south.
you're gonna go past it though. Well, there is a crossroads on the way where you could take it by the lake, or you can take it down. So like you could take it up here this way, or you could take it down here this way.
Where's Kresk? Oh, that little town over there?
Yeah, it's all the way to the west.
Okay.
You would think the fastest way would be, whatever you want to take.
Go along the north side.
If you want to do that, you can. I'm not, like I said, I don't want to tell you what to do one way or another.
So what I wrote down is that if we go to Argynvost Holt, we can talk to Vladimir to convince him to help us. And I feel like Irina would be a sympathetic figure to try to convince them to help us. So I think that Team Trauma would be the right team to go there. Potentially. Based on what I know about things.
Who was the guy that we met?
Did we know his name? I thought he was grumbly and didn't talk to us much.
Didn't
But I
know
don't
his
remember.
name, but he was talking about the castle or the Argynvost Holt.
Yeah, the guy that
Mhm.
directed us there.
Yeah, he was just a knight that was walking by.
Oh yeah, he was asking us. You talked to Vladimir. You talked to Vladimir Horngard, and we're like,
There is a T in there. So it's either Argynvost Holt or Argynvost Tholt.
I think
Unless the-
it's Argynvost Holt.
Yeah,
Holt.
Argynvost Holt.
Holt. It sounds more German.
Argenvostold. Sounds very German.
Argenvostold.
Argenvostold.
Yeah, he smelled really bad. Ordered the silver dragon on the armor, very rusty and old. He's smelly. He's not dead, but it was something that Rondai had never smelled before.
Mm-hmm.
And Rondai showed him the sword, and that's what prompted him to ask if we talked to Vladimir. We said no.
We just lost Derek, of course.
Oh,
Yeah, but he said
no.
he'd pop back if.
He can.
He warned us.
So, I think that Team Trauma would be the right team to go try to talk to Vladimir and have the Order of the Silver Dragon be sympathetic to Irina's.
Yeah, if you guys want
Right.
to go to Argenvostold first, you can.
I'd be down for some Argenvostold.
Okay.
Okay. Well, cool. Just to let you guys know, that's the decision to make. I may have to cut off a little early tonight because I didn't set up Gargenvostold. But that's cool too. Just being brutally.
I mean, we
honest.
can just get started on our way, and
Yeah.
but we can focus on
Trust
clown
me,
shoes if you want to.
I have other stuff that we can do till then. So
Okay.
you guys decide to separate again to the two different groups. The one is the Vallaki circus group is going to stick around town a little bit longer for the next couple days to do follow the agreement that they made. While Team Trauma is going to head out to several locations to try to get, but with the ultimate goal of getting Irina out of town
Mm-hmm.
and to safety. Is there anything else you guys want to do before you guys separate? Okay. So, Team Trauma is walking down the path. Decided to go southwest down and take a detour to Argenvostold. Will take a little bit more time. But as you guys are walking along, you noticed Irina is kind of keeping her distance. And not taking so much of a lead anymore as she used to. It could come across as arrogance most of the time, but it's just
Confident.
you can come
Self-assured.
across as arrogance due to your upbringing and where you came from. But it is disconcerting to not see the confidence of her not moving up front, but keeping her distance. As her brother, you're concerned, obviously. As you keep watching, her mannerisms are quieter, softer. She's extremely pale. You could almost see, anytime you would see her, you could almost see her eyes are bloodshot. Eyes are pinpoint sharp. Any light that does come her way, she shields away. And we just lost Brandon.
That kind of night.
It is that kind of night.
But we
Maybe he's just
don't fall
scared.
down.
Oh no.
Oof.
What do you do, Irina, as you're just walking? Anything particular?
In checking in, like, just with myself physically, like, am I, like, you said weak, sensitive to light? Am I
You are
having the same, like,
You're
hunger issues?
It's only gotten worse.
Mm-hmm.
You're keeping much more to yourself for fear of hurting others. The hunger has taken over quite a bit. And, you know, the last time you looked yourself in a mirror, you weren't very keen to want to keep looking. For fear that you're turning into the monster that you've hated to become all along.
Mm. Mm. Is there any, like, am I able to keep this all to myself? Like, or is there any threat of Strahd, like, speaking to me as we're going, or am I just kind of
You don't feel
being
that.
left to my own devices?
Yeah, you feel
Okay.
that that's not the case. That, you know, you feel like it wouldn't be that he's going to, like, intrude or anything, but you're just not. You're feeling a lot worse. You feel like your humanity is slowly drifting away from you. And anybody here, you guys can recognize this. You see her, she's almost like gearing away from all of you. Which is not like
If
her.
I like stab myself a little bit, do I still bleed?
You still bleed.
Okay.
I'm hoping he gets back on here, but
Mm.
we'll let this go. And we'll move on back as you guys are trekking along back to the circus. You guys are, after a maybe half rest at the night, not great sleep. You just know you have a job to do, and you've done it with half sleep before. You can do it again. But as you continue through the day, you start setting up in the town of Vallaki. And they're setting up for the Sun Festival. And you see these tons of these effigies of looks like things that to be burned to be given to the sun for a good harvest. It was exactly the ones that you saw in the manor of the Burgermeister, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
And he is, he is still continuing his way to do what you guys need to do. He's set up that same stage that was on. It's been rebuilt and redone to match the effects that you guys want to do for tonight's for the days and tonight's festivities. Everything goes without a hitch for the more or less. Looks like most people are just very unhappy to be forced out of their homes to do this. Yay, he's come back. So it's almost half-hearted, but they also are excited just to see something different, like a circus, come out to see you all. For them to see you all and enjoy some new crew, new faces. And everything kind of goes off without a hitch for the most of the evening. And Brandon, are you there? I don't know if he's still there. He's logged back in, but I don't hear him. Oh, I see you.
Cool.
Had an outage?
Just crashed out of nowhere. Yeah, I have no idea. No, I didn't lose power to anything else, so hopefully my computer is not going to be ghost. But
It's just Strahd messing with you.
yeah, exactly.
So, it goes without a hitch. The circus is going quite well. But as you go on to the evening, who has the highest passive perception between the four of you?
I'm pretty sure it's Leslie. Actually. But
Yeah, I thought so too. My passive is a number,
I'm still trying to get back in.
which is... Wait, where is the passive
Yeah.
on here? Ooh, tricky. Does anybody know? I don't know.
What?
No, I haven't been
Passive
able to find it.
perception.
I don't know where it is on here. That's
What?
funny.
I don't either. I have to get back in and I'll see if I can find
I'm gonna go back to Beyond just to look at it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. My regular perception is 15, or is +5 rather, but I can't. I feel like passive
Wonder-
perception is based on wisdom, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna have. It's not gonna be me.
Mine is 14.
Yeah, but it can be. I was gonna say it can be affected by other things though. Like mine's a 12 and my wisdom isn't that high.
Can't believe it's not on the character sheet here.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't. It's got to be somewhere, right? I don't know. I just don't know where it would be.
Yeah, I cannot figure it out.
It's interesting.
We're using Foundry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to assume it was Leslie that has the highest. Leslie goes, "Do you hear that?"
Huh?
And then you hear a scream.
On our icons.
Oh no.
Coming from an alleyway. Close by.
Run to it.
As you do, you hear someone say, like, "It's a tiger! A tiger!"
A tiger! How great!
Cool. Yarn books it. Wait, are we? Wait, which character? Wait, because the circus is in the city, right?
Right, so it is Yarn.
Right. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, we'll make sure. Yeah, Yarn's gonna book it that way.
Let me make sure I'm going to the right place here. Sorry, guys. Events in Vallaki. Come on. There's so much crap in Vallaki that happens.
Crap and black, you black crap.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. So you hear there's some sort of tiger out.
Great! Let's go to the tiger. That's fun.
Okay, you go running and you come out, you come into this alleyway, and you see ahead of you this huge tiger. But it's not any tiger you have ever seen in your life. It's not a tiger that you've seen in your circus or any circus. It is huge. It is yellow furred. It's almost 2 or 3 times the size what you normally can see. And you
What?
see it have these huge incisors that hang outside of its mouth as it stares at you and goes, and then bolts it down the alleyway and jumps over the fence.
Oh! Like out of town or?
No, just out of a fence in the back alleyway.
Well,
I don't think I know him.
I don't know him either. Should we chase him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you guys start chasing him. And as you're chasing him, I want both of you to make a perception check for me as you're chasing them.
Okay.
Oh, natural 20. Wow. As you guys are running, you start looking around as you're running, and you notice there's someone else chasing this tiger. And you recognize him. He was a man that you met at the inn a while back.
What?
It's the bard from the inn, Rictavio.
Rictavio? Oh, is this your tiger?
You halt and you look at him. Is this your tiger? As he doesn't even bother. He's still bolting for the tiger.
Hey. That's rude.
And you see him holding a couple of like steaks. It looks like large steaks. Like he was going to feed it. And it
Okay. Yarn, I think that's his tiger.
That makes sense. Did he said he has a circus or something?
Well, didn't
Right.
he used to have a circus, but no more, right? It's just he just has the one little wagon now, right?
And tiger?
And a tiger. That's pretty cool. I mean, you're doing pretty good if you got a tiger and
you
a
guys
wagon.
suddenly see
Aaron,
yes.
by the way, while I'm chasing after our
You are slowly behind them, yes.
Oh yeah. No, that's what I was gonna say. Is that I see them chasing after something,
Mm-hmm.
and then I see what they're chasing after. I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
So the entire time I'm chasing after them, I'm going to be casting Speak with Animals,
Okay.
because I'm really hoping that by the time I catch up with them, I can do that and talk to this thing before it eats them.
Okay, so you guys keep running. Derek, what are you doing?
I kind of, when I,
I'm assuming you're playing your bird character at this point.
yeah,
And can
when went
I
offline,
give
I
an
kinda don't
actually
know where we're at actually, but
because Team Trauma were the ones who went to the bar and saw Rictavio. So
Hmm.
our Team Clown Shoes never saw him.
But they would have discussed
we're
like
on a trail.
well,
going
maybe
Yes.
they don't know you, but maybe they would have.
is Silver Eagles.
No, it was like a split group, wasn't it?
That went to the.
No, it could have.
Yeah, it was a split group, I think.
Yeah.
So like it's just because what's his name couldn't go didn't mean that you couldn't have the whole group. Like I think you had like Yarn or somebody.
Oh, did Yarn go? My notes were just
Pretty
Team
sure Yarn
Clown
was there.
Shoes didn't, and then
Mhm.
Team Trauma. I just have
Either
Team Trauma
way,
walked with Vasily back into the
They
city.
would have told you something about possibly understanding who he was. With a natural 20, you know who he was. Even
Okay.
I'm not gonna even argue with it. Like the idea of if you weren't even there, the
Yeah.
explainer about who he was enough for you to figure out what the hell are you doing running around with a piece of meat, a couple pieces of shanks of
Oh.
meat, going after a
To be
saber-toothed tiger.
This is Barovia, and he is a rather flamboyant bard. So
He is true.
I feel like he would stick out. I feel like he would be easy to identify amongst the people of Barovia.
Yeah. So, but he was
Not
being
being
relatively
dead
sneaky.
inside.
He was being relatively sneaky, but with a natural 20, he stuck out like a sore thumb for Yeet. Natural 20 trumps it all. So you see them run ahead as you and Yarn are just gone, as behind is, your brother and Quellen as they're like rushing to go through. And as you guys get up to where we're going, you start running, and finally you dead end this saber-toothed tiger between a couple homes and more like things, and you're like it's in this dark alley, and you get there right before Rich Van Holt shows up, and he's like, "Good kitty, now I need you to go back in your wagon. I've got food for you."
Good kitty.
And then shortly after, you see your brother come running in. Poof, 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 poof.
Yeah. He just comes running up, and he's immediately, I don't know what, I'll leave this up to you, Aaron, because I've
Mhm.
actually never thought about what speak with animals sounds like to people who aren't animals,
It's
or whether it's just like magically translates common to
no, it's actually you are speaking in its tongue.
tongue. Okay, yeah. So yeah, he's God, that would be really disturbing. He comes running up, and so to the rest of the group, it just sounds like tiger growls coming out of.
And what are you asking this saber-toothed tiger?
Well, he's what I was gonna say is he just comes running up, and he's like, "Hold on, wait, don't hurt him, don't eat him, don't eat him." He's just like, as he's running up.
And you hear, "Oh, I am so hungry. So hungry."
Look, he's already got food. I'll get you more food. Just don't eat.
Do you
Them.
tell Revenfold to hand him the food? Give him the food.
I don't think he says it because, of course, he
Rictavio.
can't like be understood that well right now. So he just kind of like, as he's saying, "Look, he's already got food." He just like reaches over and snatches it out of his hand. He's like, "Look, see food,
All
food right
you
here.
throw it at
Don't
him.
hurt them." Yeah, that's why he's like, just kind of like launches one of the stakes at him. He's like, "Look, see, food, don't hurt anybody."
And you hear this Rictavio, he's sitting there. Well, whew,
Your tiger's really fast.
yes, he is. He must have
What's his name?
His name is Victor.
Victor. Victor.
On hearing this, because I'm assuming I can still understand common
Mm-hmm. No.
when this is
Like you
happening.
can, your translation is fine. You can still do back and forth.
Okay. I've always been iffy on how speak with animals works. But
Yeah.
anyway, so hearing him say what his name is, he's like,
All right, Victor. Look, can you just hold on for a second while I talk to this guy? Is that okay?
I hate that name.
All right. Well, what's your actual name?
I am the Grand Master of all that is holy. I eat all.
That's a lot for people for things like us to say. You got a shorter version.
Marty is fine.
Okay, yeah, I'll let him know.
and he just kind of like turns to the bard, and he just kind of looks at him for a second and goes,
When was the last time he ate?
I came into short on some coin, and it's been a couple days, but I had always intended to get to it as soon as I could.
Yeah, I figured that what was going on with the price of meat in this place.
Oh, that's not very nice.
He can usually handle a couple days. It's not a big deal.
That seems like a pretty. Would you be able to handle eating not eating a couple days? That seems like a pretty big deal to me.
he just kind of like puts his hand on on Yeet's head. He's like,
Look, first of all, apparently your tiger's name is Marty. Don't ask me. Second, Marty over there is apparently very angry about not being fed, so he doesn't apparently handle not eating as well as you thought.
And you see him go, that's fine. And he has this huge leash and setup that makes it so that he can get this creature back to his...
as soon as he starts to use it, like as he starts to like pick it up, we'll call it. Rondai basically does the same thing to him that he did to Yeet. He just like puts his hand on the top of his head, and he's just like, no. I don't think you understand that thing is about 3 steps away from killing everything.
He's got his food. He's happy.
Can you speak to tigers?
Well, what does he say?
I just told you.
Just ask him right now if he's hungry. I threw food at him.
Hey, Marty. Let me ask you a question, bud. What would you do if?
And he kind of like looks towards the thing that the guy had in his hand, and he's like,
What are you gonna do if he tries to put that there on you?
Well, he already has one steak at his feet, and you already
Yeah.
hear, "Oh no, this is good. Oh God, it's good. No, it's good."
okay. He kind of like waits to see if he could get a break in chewing.
Look, is it gonna be okay if Rictavio here puts this thing on you?
He doesn't really. He is nonchalant about it.
Okay.
He's in a better mood now. He's not so angry.
Yeah. He turns back to Rictavio and he's like, he looks back at him. He goes,
Yeah, I convinced him not to kill you. Put the thing on him. If we're gonna get him back to your wagon, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring bring your wagon back to our grounds, and you're gonna stick with us for a little bit so that your Marty here can get some food, and he doesn't break out again and want to eat anybody. Okay?
And he just shakes his head, and he starts heading his way.
and he just kind of like looks back at the others and he's just like,
Sometimes I hate circus code. Just kinda, like,
So, you guys start heading back to the what it was, the stockyards, I believe. Yeah, the stockyard
Yeah,
where the
but can we dance? Can we dance alongside with the tiger? Like we're a little parade?
you kind of subside some of the, like, you saw a couple guards start showing up, and you're like dancing with this tiger who's happily eating, and they're like, everything is good. You caught him all.
Can I feed the tiger some popcorn?
The tiger just boops off his nose,
Oh,
and he looks at you, and then continues walking.
beef jerky?
Beef jerky.
You hand him. Do you hand it to him?
Yeah.
So you have this. You come out, bring this out to you. You're small, like, and he goes, and it goes over your hand, and it slops off your hand, and you're like, you got this slobber on your hand, as you feel his tongue, like it's his gritty tongue, with all the little hooks in his
little
tongue.
barbs,
Little barbs in
Barbie
his
tongue.
You're like, ah!
Mega cat tongue.
Mega cat tongue.
Funnily enough, the only male tiger at our zoo was named Victor.
Wow.
Just reading minds here. Victor.
He's actually fairly new because the male tiger that used to be there kept failing at the breeding pair, like the breeding match they set up for him, because he couldn't figure out the geometry is the way the one of the keepers explained it to me.
Well,
Okay,
it's
I mean-
you know.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And
So-
apparently, after more than once of him not being able to figure out the geometry, our female tiger, Nikita, would just literally walk around with her tail down all the time, like literally just wouldn't pick her tail up anymore. It's like, no, I've had
So
enough of that.
sad.
No.
So sad.
The
But
one-
yeah, they literally
yeah.
had to like move him to a new zoo and bring in a
The other
female
sad
cat
thing I
and
heard
mate
is
with
that
her.
I think it's either Washington D.C. or something like that. The pandas that were in like
Oh, from China.
China, they're being returned. They
Yeah.
have to
Well,
return.
China owns all pandas.
Right.
They're only
Yeah.
ever loaned.
So they're all being
Yeah.
returned, which is sad.
Yeah, it's like a diplomatic thing they do that when they get pissed off at you, they take their pandas back.
They take the pandas away. Yeah.
Yeah.
No soup for you.
No soup.
No.
Yeah, it's literally no soup for you, but with giant panda bears.
They should be dead
And it's
anyways.
like, fuck you, China. Red pandas are better anyway.
That's what I'll say is they should be dead anyways.
They should. They're the worst species. I love all animals, but it's
The only reason they're alive right now is because we have perpetuated they don't want to breed. They don't even want to fucking breed. They're so lazy. Like, they don't even want to. And the only reason
Well,
they
it's not
exist
even-
right now is because of us.
They're lazy. They've just got terrible metabolisms. They can't hardly do anything.
And that's
well,
part
no,
of the
what I
problem.
was gonna say is that they. It's not that they're lazy. It's that they are such a shitty byproduct of it. I gotta
Yeah.
spend 90% of my day digesting. Just gotta eat
Yeah.
and digest because
And here's the
I
thing.
eat food that has
They're-
slightly more calories than celery. Nom
Yeah.
nom nom.
But here's the thing: their digestion hasn't changed. Like, they
Yeah.
technically could eat meat, and they would actually
Yeah.
do better, but they refuse to.
Just learn to survive on bamboo.
Right. So like,
Terrible
it's,
animals.
it's like they're going against their own instinct for survival.
I forget, somebody actually explained it to me one time that, like, they evolved to eat bamboo because food was scarce, and now they're just like, well, we eat bamboo. I was like, but you're a fucking bear, you're an omnivore, like, eat literally anything. And they're like, but
I eat bamboo.
Bamboo.
I eat bamboo.
So they just won't eat anything. They can, but they won't.
Bamboo.
Yeah, they're like, but we evolved to eat bamboo, right? There was nothing else but bamboo at that one
But
time.
they-
And you're like, yeah, but it's not that one time now.
But they're even saying it doesn't even go evolutionary. Like, it's partially not even evolutionary. It's
Yeah.
just preference now. Like, yes.
Yeah,
and
no,
yes,
that's what I mean.
And it's
It's
ridiculous. It's like they are still, their bodies are still capable of metabolizing other things, but they refuse to do it.
Yeah, but they're so cute though when they're like rolling around and like the little baby pandas when the like keepers trying to come in and do stuff and they're like
But that's also a problem.
and like falling out of trees. Oh,
It's
he's so
not-
cute.
What about that tells you that they're supposed to be long living out in the wild?
Well, see, that's
Nothing.
my argument is that, like, what we should do is swap panda bears and dogs, because, like, panda bears should not be alive in the wild, and, like, well, whatever, we could do whatever weird breeding shit we want to panda bears, because they shouldn't exist anyway.
Right.
And then, like, maybe we can stop doing that to dogs, and, like, we won't have a dog that you have to, like, treat like a retired NFL lineman, because if you don't hold it a certain way at night, it will die in its sleep because it's, like, brachiocephalic or whatever.
Or it snores like your 90-year-old grandfather. Like, come on.
Or like the Cavalier King Charles Spaniels, right? Where their brains grow bigger than their skulls and they
Skulls and starts, like, pop their own eyeballs out, and you're like, no! Stop
Wow.
that!
Terrible.
Stop.
We have crazy rabbit hole.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just realized
That's what
that.
we're all
I'm like, wow.
We got on a hard
That
tangent
was-
of pandas tonight.
that was a tangent.
All right.
So-
A pigeon!
Oh, man.
Pigeon.
I hate you.
Panda.
We will die in our own glory.
Save the tiger, save the panda bears, save everybody. We're doing it. We're on track.
I'm here for Save the Tigers, but I have to say I'm with Aaron on Team Fuck Pandas.
Team fuck pandas.
Oh my god.
Just let them go.
Yeah, there are lots of species that need to be conserved. We don't have that many resources. If the panda isn't gonna work for itself.
But anyways, you guys start heading back to the cart, and you see it like in the stockyard. You see the carnival wagon has been destroyed. Like he has taken it apart, and I want everyone to make a perception check.
Man, my perception checks are no bueno tonight. Oh wait,
I got a
You
9.
rolled a 24.
Can I ask Marty if he did that himself? Did you do that? Did you make a mess of your wagon?
He just goes.
Oh, you naughty boy.
Here's what you see strewn about the grounds, which is odd, Yarn. You find a coffer laying on the ground,
okay.
and it's open. It looks like there's about 50 EP there.
Like in the wagon?
In the wagon, bearing Strahd's profile and 6 gemstones sitting on the ground. You see a small, like, half-torn prayer book with green leather cover and then indecipherable notes in the margins. You see a healer's kit? Looks like pieces of a healer's kit sitting on the ground. You see 3 holy symbols, wooden holy symbols, inlaid with silver, in the shape of a sunburst. You see a short sword. You see a crossbow. You see a bunch of bolts all over the place.
This is all in the floor of the wagon.
The wagon, like, it's been shattered to pieces. Like, you see that it's on the ground around the wagon. And you see a leather case with golden buckles.
Okay. Like, so who's all around right now?
Just you guys. You guys have...
Like, Rictavio is not there?
No, he's with you guys. And you see him, like, suddenly start gathering his stuff around, and he was like, oh, my stuff!
I just want to maybe see if I can make, like, a sleight of hand check and slide, like, one of those EPs under my foot.
Oh, yeah, you have no problem doing that. That's not an issue. Like, it's all scattered across.
Cool.
Do
Yeah.
I see him do this?
I guess you'd have to roll.
Yeah, I'll make a sleight of hand check, or yeah, sleight of hand, right?
Yeah, it'd be sleight of hand against
what I'm
my
assuming.
perception, I think.
Mhm.
That is what I believe. Oh
I
shit!
believe.
God damn it!
Oh, don't worry, my perception's not great.
Nah, he still beat me.
You see him take the coin.
Rondai just sighs. And same thing, just the classic Rondai move. He just walks up and puts his hand over his head.
Huh.
Only this time he, after putting his hand over his head, he just like, not picks him up, but kind of like picks him up enough by his head to drag him backwards. And then he just like leans over to him and says, "We never take from other travelers. You hear?"
He like, you know, he lets it out of his toe. He like grabbed it with toes, you know.
Should have grabbed it with your butt crack.
Well, I mean, he does have that capability.
I know.
And then he just lets you go and says, "Save it for the crowds at the circus."
Can I help just pick up stuff for Rictavio? I'm not taking anything.
Yeah, as you start
I'm
doing
just picking
that,
it up.
you start looking around at this, like, you see this leather case that's kind of like slightly opened, and you see what looks like wooden stakes, garlic, a box of holy wafers, holy water.
Those
Hey, are
holy
you
wafers are
like,
really deadly.
Something's very strange.
Is this- Are you like really like super religious, or are you gonna go join like that church over there? Why do you have all this stuff?
As he quickly grabs it, he goes, "It's my business. It's only my business."
Okay, well we're just helping you, so I don't know why you have such an attitude about it.
And you do see these, they're wooden stakes. What the hell is he doing with wooden stakes?
Do they look like anything to Yeet? But like, it's like, oh, this is like our tent stakes, or is it just like a
You
weird
guys
thing
have
to
been
have?
around vampire lore long enough to know that this is vampire shit. Like fighting vampire
Oh!
stuff. There's garlic. There's holy water.
Are you? Do you know? Do you know that guy?
What?
He was here. He was here last night.
Who?
That guy. Oh! That guy. What's his name?
I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire.
Vampire. I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire. The vampire. Yeah, he came out. He came to the circus last night.
He's confused.
Strahd, the vampire.
He goes,
The guy from the castle.
Strahd? He was near you?
Yeah, no, he invited us to dinner. He was really not nice. Yeah, he was like right over there. But then I think he got scared and flew away. It's like a bunch of bats.
Listen. He gets
What?
quiet suddenly. He goes, I'll need you to come with me in the morning if you can. Meet me at the inn.
I can't go places with strangers, so
The four of you. He's looking at the four of you and goes, we need to talk that's inconspicuous.
you think you can do something inconspicuous?
Before all this, you thought I was a bard, did you not?
I don't know you, man. All I know is that you don't feed your pet, and that seems really not nice.
Can I speak to an adult?
Adult, you're adult.
Oh, look at me! I'm gonna just be doing the dog!
That's Rondai's actual reaction to that, is he's just laughing, and he finally says, "Look, pretty clear you either real paranoid about vamps, or I don't know, maybe you hunt them. Either way, offer still stands. It seems like you got a problem feeding your cat. We got a place to keep him."
Alright. Well, my wagon is no use anymore. You have the space for this boy?
Yeah, we might have to move some things around, but I'm sure we can find a cage for him.
He's kind of like distraught, like over the fact that he's been found out. And he kind of looks to you all and he goes, Are you for or against Strahd?
Oh, super against. That guy is the worst. He took one of our friends.
He thought he was a big shot, but he doesn't even have any nip.
No nip. And then he got all confused. He didn't know what he was talking about with the wine. But yeah, he took one of our friends, and like she's acting all crazy. And it's a bad situation.
All of our friends told us that he killed us, but then when we weren't killed, and it was
Oh
awkward.
no, a lot of people died. And then he like, woo, and then everything went back, and it was like, how many times have I gotta watch my friends die, you know?
So I see that the large elephant friend is the adult in the group. My name is Richten von Richten. I am Rudolf von Richten.
Nice to meet you.
I'm charged with taking down Strahd.
Oh, great.
I'm not gonna lie to you, friend. I don't really give a shit whether he lives or dies. I want to get out of this hellhole, and I want to make sure all my friends live to do it.
Well, it sounds
But
like
talking to him, it doesn't seem like he's too amenable to just letting us walk out of here, so... If that means I take this,
And he just picks up the spear that he's been carrying.
and drive it through his stupid fucking heart to get out of here.
Yeah.
you know, That's part of the plan.
I see that has immense power. I can feel it.
It's a really good
I don't know about its power, but I know it wants to kill the bastard as much as I do, and it seems useful.
Let's talk as we walk. As he starts to regale where he's from, he's stuck here along with you, Van Richten. He's come here to, try to stop Strahd and everything he stands for and any evildoers in the land. He's a real good do-gooder in that sense, but he's been by himself. Besides he goes, I've been by myself most of the time, but come around with my friend Ezzy every once in a while. We confide in each other occasionally.
Who?
Ezzy? Maybe
Ezzy.
Esmeralda. You'll come around her. She's one of the gypsy folk.
Like our friend Crystal. Do you know Crystal?
Can't say I do,
Oh, okay.
but she's made it her life's work to get rid of Strahd as well.
Have you met him before?
Can't say I've had the pleasure.
Oh, it's not nice. I would not recommend it.
I believe you. He continues walking with the saber-toothed tiger. You're finally reaching the outskirts of town, and you're finally heading back to the circus.
He finally pipes up and he goes, so what's the story with Marty Victor there?
I've trained Marty to hunt any of Strahd's ghouls that come our way. Figured he'd be useful. But he occasionally gets out of his way and gets hungry. And it's my fault, really. But money can be tight. Despite what you see on the ground there, that's not meant to be spent. I have to keep a low profile as it is. If I start spending money like that, it'd be noticed. So I just base off the coin that I make in the town. Being a bard as it is.
Well, if you can play, you can put on a show. You can make some coin at our fair.
That could be useful.
Help feed your cat. And
Hopefully she could be useful. He could be useful.
Maybe we could do a thing where, like, I get inside of his mouth and we're like, oh no! But it's just, you know, a show.
I wouldn't suggest it,
Oh, okay.
but you do you.
He just kind of chuckles for a minute, and he's why can I not remember my own character's name?
Randy.
Rondai?
No, not
Lothar?
Lothar. Thank you. He just kind of chuckles and he goes,
that'd be kind of funny. We haven't had a lion tamer act since Lothar dropped the bit.
Interesting. Who's Lothar?
He's
He's our
I guess
boss.
you call him sort of the sergeant at arms of our group. Keeps things in line.
So you tell me I have to keep in good graces with Lothar, huh?
I mean, up to you.
And
but
also me.
not exactly. the
Also
person
all of
you wanna
us. We're also
piss
in
off.
charge. So,
You know how it works with us travelers. Not so much a leader, but yeah, he's a leader.
He looks to you all and he goes, "All right." You guys start heading back to the circus for the evening. We are going to slowly turn back to Team Trauma as they're walking down the street. And as you were, I was hoping to have a little bit of a conversation between Irina and her brother. You see Irina is not acting herself. She's keeping in the back, which is not like her. You see that she is pale in color. Almost can see the veins through her skin. And every time you've gotten any eye contact with her, it's bloodshot, eyes narrowed. As you guys are walking through the street, through the path, you guys make a stop at the crossroads for the night, and you see her sitting there, fidgeting, trying to keep herself busy. Across from a campfire. With the rest of the group, she keeps her distance.
he's just kind of watching her right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because he already, I would think, has an idea of what's happened. Or what he thinks has happened, but he's trying to confirm it. Because he doesn't really want to confirm it.
You've definitely confirmed it in that sense, but you see that she is suffering. She looks like she is struggling really hard. Fidgeting, trying to keep her mind off. It looks like she's trying to keep her mind off something. You've only seen it when she's been like stressed out before, but nothing like this.
He walks over and he says to her, like, as gently as he can, as he's capable of, and he just kind of says real quietly, "You are hungry, yes?"
Telepathically?
I don't think I can talk telepathically to you. I think you can just talk telepathically to me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. I think she's gonna try to... I'm fine. And turn around and walk away and just kind of get up and, like, continue to distance herself.
And you just kind of hear Ismark chuckle to himself, and he just says, "You still think you can hide things from me after all these years? Even things I know more of than you."
You hear that clear as day, even from the distance.
She'll say telepathically, "You can't possibly know how I'm feeling."
No. No. I do not know how you feel. But I know what is happening. And I think I know what you are feeling. Is it complete?
No.
Good. Do you hunger?
I'm fine.
He just kind of does the same thing, kind of turns and walks away and sits by the fire.
Irina, you walk a little bit of distance away and you hear the heartbeat of some sort of small creature in the distance. Do you fight against your urge to eat, to feed?
Not if I think that I can slip away easily.
Alright, go ahead and give me a stealth check. Anybody else?
Don't I have like...
I forget how
I have my
characters.
boots of false tracks.
Okay, what does that give you?
Well, there's no bonus or anything. It's like when I'm wearing them, I can choose to I can leave tracks of another kind of humanoid of my size, so that
Sure.
it's like.
You can if you want.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah, I can't remember how I
Yeah, anybody
switched
that wants to give a
characters.
perception check or not.
Okay.
Everyone's gonna see me leave.
I can't.
If you whistle, no one will know.
Here, this is what I'll do for you. Here, sorry. There, now try it. Gizmark wasn't on the map.
Oh,
I know, but there was a way for us to switch between the characters, and I can't remember how to do it.
up in right, like where you go to the chat, the third little actor icon. I click on that and click into the Team Trauma to open up the other characters.
All right. Nearly
I was gonna say, yeah, Ismark's pretty perceptive.
everyone sees Atticus. You see her suddenly, like quickly go out into the darkness. Ismark, you see her go as well, like quick as lightning.
I'm
Out.
gonna keep watching her for a while in the darkness because of my dark vision.
And you do kind of see her go behind what looks like a bush or something. You can't quite see her though. Add an additional 5 temporary hit points. Reagan, to your character.
Okay.
Actually,
Do we ever have a rest after that dinner? Or
Oh yeah, you guys all had rests at this point.
can I sense her, Aaron?
What do you mean?
He can sense undead,
She's not undead.
and like
Not undead.
well, I know, but it's not just. Hold on, let me, because I forget.
Not
all
a girl.
the features actually. What?
She's not the Slayer. No.
I said not a girl from The Good Place.
Oh,
What's her name?
uh,
I can't remember her name. The assistant, whatever her name is.
Yeah, girl.
Janet.
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 That actress
Not
is
a
so
girl.
good. She's
Darcy Cardenas, so fabulous. Did you watch the League of Their Own, the show?
Yes, I did. She was great in it.
Oh,
I believe that got canceled.
it's just rude. Phenomena.
I totally forget what the feature is called, so.
It's alright. You sense something off about her, like she's tainted. You know what I mean? Like, but you still sense.
Oh, here it is. It's called Primeval Awareness, and it's that I can sense any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead that are within 1 mile of me.
Not me.
She has a. Well, yeah, but it's not. She's still alive. You still sense a soul about her.
Yeah.
But she's tainted. You smell death upon her. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I guess I was just trying to get a feel for whether that would help me track her in a sense. Or whether, because like that's
In a
basically
short-
what that feature is for, is to
Right.
track those things.
I would say, yeah, you could track her if you wanted to.
Okay.
You've known her long enough to know her herself, and that you would be able
Yeah.
to track her. and sense her. On top of that, of this undead feature you feel about her is odd.
Yeah.
Um,
He's gonna wait until he doesn't actually follow her out.
mhm,
He just sort of walks to the edge of camp,
mhm.
and when she tries to walk back in, he again, like, quiet, he's trying to just talk to her, and he just says, "You are a terrible liar. Also, I can sense you now. Like one. You cannot hide from me, sister." And he just turns and walks away.
I think that feels a lot like rejection. And like just thinking to herself, you're not really my brother.
And I don't think he necessarily meant it that way, but
That's how it felt.
you guys spend the rest of the evening unscathed. You wake up, start traveling a little bit. And we'll leave you with this video as you come across Argenvostholt matter. If I have to replay it, I'll replay it, but
Where is it supposed to be playing?
it'll come up.
98%. I'm still loading. For me, at least.
It's coming.
It's trying to load. It's trying. It's trying. It's 99%.
I'm not seeing it.
It'll come. I see. I saw Reagan just pop up.
It's buffering.
Wow. Shut up. Oh my god.
Sorry, Greg. I don't know why yours is taking so long. No, no pop.
I'm not seeing. Nothing's even loading, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like I still see the map.
That is so
I would
cool.
reload, Greg, because I see your G isn't in the intro.
All right, I'm refreshing.
You just disappeared.
Oh, I can screen share if you want.
Now it's loading something.
You want me to screen share?
Oh, it's loading something now.
That's a cool video.
So my big takeaway is that Irina and Marty have a lot in common. today.
And that surprisingly, Rondai is better with people than Ismark.
Greg, you still don't see anything?
No. It's like it finished loading, but I just see a black screen.
I just screen shared it. Oh, I just stopped.
It's okay. I don't need to. You can like link it to me or something, right? And I can watch it later.
I'm sharing it live on my on the Discord right now.
I'm actually kind of glad it's Ismark and not Rondai that came here. I feel like Rondai would have got here and been like, this place looks like shit. How are these people gonna help us?
I agree. I think this is the right group for this particular adventure. Not knowing anything else about it, but hopefully.
Well, I'm sorry, Brent. I don't know why Greg yours didn't show up because it says it's set up and ready to go for you.
I'm watching it. I'm watching it through Derek's share.
Oh, okay, good.
It just started from the beginning.
So cool. This guy spent too much time on this.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Who did this? This is really impressive.
This is Beneo's battle maps. He did all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we'll put it back to the Barovia map. And we'll call it an evening. I know it's just a lot of role play, but now we can figure out what we're doing next. It's the Argenvost and then the we got the Tiger, dealing with that. That was done. But we'll start with Argenvost next session with Team Trauma. And then we will move to wherever we do next with that. Maybe Team Clown Shoes will go someplace else. Who knows? They could go to the ruins of Perez if we need to get... If they need to go do something.
Hmm.
It all depends on how far we get.
Okay.
So, good night, everybody.